So it's all to play for still.
I think so. Do you want to bet against us?
Villa fans, and welcome to For the Love of Paul McGrath podcast on this big day, I suppose, really for Aston Villa Football Club, whereby, this game against Brentford takes on a lot of meaning and a lot of it's, put it this way, it's a big one because we don't have many more games between now and the 2nd of April. We don't have any more games in the Premier League between now and the 2nd of April, and we want to capitalise on some of the results that are currently going on in the Premier League at the moment, should they stay that same way. Paddy, how are you feeling about the game today?
I was feeling really, really optimistic, and then somebody has put this in the comments.
I haven't seen anything about Martinez. That's the first I saw of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I don't know where Kevin has got that from, whether he's an ITK or whatever, but it's yeah. Someone else is saying there, no Martinez or Asensio. Asensio wouldn't be too worried if he's on the bench, but no Martinez against this team is worrying because they will get opportunities, and it does frighten me a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see. We've had these rumours before. We'll see because the team will be out in the next 45 seconds.
A minute away, yeah.
So So, oh Jesus Christ! Whatever you do, do not Google Emi Martinez, because it just a lot of nonsense comes up for whatever reason. Literally, the amount of people who are still to this day just posting the picture of him fornicating with the World Cup, like as if it's still big news. I don't know. The rumor came from, Adam is saying here, the rumor all came from them being on the training list of Bodymore Heat today. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. We'll know in a minute. Someone's talking about conjunctivitis being the reason. I wouldn't like to have that as a goalkeeper. Although, before the team is announced, and it's true, somebody says, yeah, the team is out. It looks like there is no Emi Martinez. There is no Emi Martinez today, but I did get a reed from the side of Riverbed stuck in my eye and went on to play the rest of the game, and I happened to be in goals at the same time. So there you go. Don't be fucking soft about it. But anyway, the team is Robin Olsen in goals, Disasi, Konza, Mings, Dina, McGinn, Tielemans, Ramsey, Bailey, Rodgers and Watkins, with the bench being Ali Ziyech, Matty Cash, Pau Torres, Lamar Bogar, Dean Matson, Andres Garcia, Kamara, Rashford, and Daniel Mallon. So no Asensio and no Martinez was right. That was the first I'd just seen it. I hadn't seen anything on Twitter about it. But the two of them are not in the travelling squad to the capital today. So I suppose, look, that does paint a different complexion on this game. Olsen could go out and have a stormer today. It's unlikely. He never has had a stormer for Aston Villa, and we do know the amount of goals that he concedes, so that's an obvious big negative for Aston Villa. But I think not having Asensio is as big a negative because he's not even on the bench. So for me, I was expecting Kamara to start here as well. I would hope the two of them not being in the squad is a bit of caution, I suppose. But at the same time, I don't think we need to take cautionary measures with at the moment. I think we just need to win every single game. So let's see what happens. What do you think, Paddy?
Yeah, I'm very deflated for a number of reasons. Obviously, number one is the number one, that we don't have him there, because you just feel a whole lot better when he is there. Obviously, he hasn't had the best of seasons, but even when he's not at his best, he is much better than what we have in reserve. And then we've two right fulls on the bench, and we're playing either Disasi or Konza there. So that's or is it a back three? I don't know. I'm just we're gone beyond second guessing what Unai Emery does at this stage. But yeah, I'm a little bit worried, and a lot less confident than I was before that comment popped up just as we went on here.
Yeah, and I know it's a small sample set, but I've not been gone in Disasi right back. It's not been my cup of tea, really. I've Really, I've actually really liked him when he was centre half. I thought when he played centre half, a couple of times he looked really, really good. He's a big, strong guy, and I understand they want to have him in there, I would imagine, for aerial presence. Bournemouth, there are no mugs in the air, specifically from set pieces, so I can absolutely understand him being in there from that point of view. But from a right back point of view, Andres Garcia, I was going to say he hasn't put a foot wrong, but bar that pass against Liverpool, he hasn't put a foot wrong, really. And he's our player. Is what kind of that's the thing for me. I'd like to have seen him in there, but we don't, and we see the Sassy there, so it is going to be interesting to see if we. It looks like to me that we are going to overload that left hand side again. I said there that going against Ayer down that left hand side. Obviously, I think it would have been better if we had Rashford starting there to go at Ayer, down. I presume he's starting there at right back, but it is a bit of a mismatch. He's 6'5". You want to have somebody who's a bit nimble there to get in around him, and to try and overload down that side. And I hope to see that happening, I suppose, in this game, or two portions of this game. Now, I'm going to pull up the Brentford team there. Of course, as I try to do that, for whatever reason, I get a fatal error on this screen. What do you think, Paddy? Like, obviously, we've got Ramsey. He seems to be really favouring this Ramsey-Rogers-Bailey connection up top as well. Talk to me a small little bit about that, because we had that all year.
We had it all year, and it wasn't working. Well, it was working in the sense of Rodgers, and Rodgers has had an amazing season. Ramsey has come good since Christmas, and Bailey has had one good game all season, and yes, he still commands. I just don't know. Is he putting all his eggs in the Champions League basket? Is that what he's been told to do from a financial point of view? But we should be beating teams like this, even with a backup team there, or whoever's coming in from backup. But I just don't feel confident after seeing it. I just don't get how Bailey gets to command his place there, given what we have at our disposal. I'm dreading another three at the back, because we know we've played three at the back 3 times under Unai Emery. Olympiacos, we were beaten. Spurs at home 4-0, we were beaten, and then we were beaten the last time 2 weeks ago. So it hasn't worked for Unai Emery, as much as both of us have spoken off air that will probably be his go-to of in the future of being a three at the back, given who we have. But I just don't understand. If it's not a three at the back, why is there 2 right fulls on the bench that could play in that position when we're playing a lone player in there? And anyway,
yeah,
as if a rugby referee didn't put me in enough bad form today, and now I have to worry about what's going to happen to my beloved Aston Villa.
Yeah, with Jared Gillet. Here we go with the lineup, and they've got some good news. Yeah, they've got some good news on their side of things, because Christian Norgard is back, and Christian Norgard plays absolutely 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10 against Villa every time we played him. He's a player that I absolutely really love watching, and he was supposed to be out. There was talks he was going to miss this game, but he's back, and he's going to be able to partner Janlet there at that in that pivot, which I really didn't want to see, because I think they've been playing. I can't remember who they've been playing in there. I think it was Yarmoliuk in there previously. And he's a younger player. He's less experienced than the Danish international Norgard, and for them to have him back is a big shot in the arm for them. But I still say that going at them in the right back position in Ayer, he's going to be playing right back. I still think we can get at him there. Still think we can get at Lewis Potter on the left hand side as well. But the last time I said that, if I'm not mistaken, did Lewis Potter pop up with a goal or an assist, and did he have play out of his skin? So. Right off your power.
Here, because I zoomed in on the screen to see the subs, and the first thing that caught my eye in the comments is somebody called Watkins saying congratulations on the win.
What? A Brentford fan saying congratulations on the win. Is it? Watkins there. Congratulations on the win. Okay, yeah. FCJR. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Look, I suppose. We won't know until 90 minutes or what, 2 hours time, what the result is going to be. But you have to say that Martinez and goals, I would be saying here, yeah, listen, we can go here to Brentford, we can absolutely get a result. But considering we've had a porous defence that will concede one, and we've Robin Olsen there who will definitely concede another on his own, you know, you have to be thinking here, are Villa going to score 3 to win this game? And that's being really honest about it. You know, are Villa going to score 3 to win this game? Or are we going to have an out of character, brilliant performance from our defence and you know, limit this pretty, I won't say it's a free scoring Brentford side, but they have started to score more goals in recent times. I know they beat Leicester and they beat Southampton recently, and they beat somebody else as well. They drew at Everton last time out as well. So we're going to need to be resolute in defence, and we just haven't been that way. Let's hope that changes today. And not having Martinez there is a big loss for us. Big loss for us. And that's the main talking point. I think that we can talk about the tree behind Watkins all we want, but the big talking point here is Martinez being out today, because we all know how that movie has played out over the last 2 years or 2.5 years since Robin Olsen has been at the team, and it's never resulted in massive clean sheet performances or commanding performances from our goalkeeper or our defense, because you know your defense can be shaky when they have you know, when you've a downgraded goalkeeper behind them, and that's not being bad on Robin Olsen, but it's a downgrade on Emi Martinez, and there's no other way to say it.
Yeah, look, it's disappointing. Fulham and Brighton above us, drawn as well today. At the moment, would lift us above them. So I know. Look, I don't want to be negative. Can we go and win this match? Yes, I'm sure we can.
Of course.
But it's just a kick in the stones to look and see what we're putting out. And look, he's done this to us in the past, and we've been absolutely brilliant. So I'm hoping today is one of those days and will lift my mood. But for the moment, I'm going to the pub for a pint instead of a pub to watch the match. The match will just interfere with my points.
Why? Are you not going to watch the match?
I am.
Oh, sorry. I thought I picked that up wrong. I thought you were going to a pub. You would be able to watch the match going to a pub for a pint. Yeah. No, look, I like wait for the score predictions. Guess what? I'm still predicting a Villa win, because I think Villa have to win this game. And you know, Jacob Ramsey. Look, maybe once again, last time we were sitting here and we were talking about the Bruges game, and we were talking about Leon Bailey. Well, you weren't here. I was here on my own. We were talking about Leon Bailey starting at right midfield. A right winger, and I was saying, what happens if Leon Bailey sticks one in from the edge of the area in the first 10 minutes and Villa go on to win 3-1? And guess what? It happened. So I'm going to try and be Mystic Neil again here, and I'm going to say that Jacob Ramsey is going to score in this game, and it won't be offside, and it will count, and Villa are going to win 2-1. Because I still think we can win this game. I still think we've got enough on the bench to be able to bring off. I'm hoping to see Daniel Mann, and I'm hoping to see Rashford. I'm hoping to see Andres Garcia come on. I'm hoping to see Boubacar Kamara come on. So there are 4 quality subs that we can bring in there, absolutely no problem, along with Ian Matson if we need to freshen things up on that left-hand side. You know, a lot of people are clamouring, well, I know Rashford will come in there, but a lot of people are clamouring for Ian Matson and Digne to play in the same team. I'm not saying that will happen in this game, but, you know, we have options off that bench. Our bench is much better than their bench. Like, they've got Ben the Brutus the Barber Beefcake me there on the bench as well, along with some younger players or some less experienced players than we have on the bench. So we will be looking to our bench definitely, though. But the big thing is, once again, Rob, and I know Emi Martinez hasn't been a clean sheet machine this year, but it's all about, you know, he is levels better than the Robin Olsen. So limiting their attacks, limiting their shots from long range, and trying to own the ball as much as we can, so that we can dictate the pace and not let him score with their first shot on target. I don't know if Noel Connaughton is in the comments there, because I'm having trouble seeing the comments. I'm going to be honest with you guys, so just in case you're thinking I'm being a bit ignorant.
No, I don't see him in there. I can see them all right, but
yeah. But as Noel Connaughton says, do not concede early. Do not concede early.
What you said initially there about the about needing to score 3. I think to win this match, we're going to need to score 3 goals. That's just my opinion. They are going to score, and they're going to score more than 1. So this is not going to be an easy watch tonight. This is going to be a tough slog on and off the pitch. And I'm going to try and be as optimistic as I can, because, you know, I've got to jump off in about 5 minutes. But I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw today. That's what I'm going for now. I was more optimistic before I came on, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't see any of the rumours earlier on, because it would have ruined my day altogether.
Yeah. I'm going for a 2-1 win. I'm going to say Villa are going to win 2-1. Brentford, they're not an all-conquering team at the moment. We just have weird games against Brentford. That's what gives me an awful lot of heebie-jeebies when we play against them. As I said in the preview, to go 2-0 up last year, be absolutely coasting. I was on a stag. I did the team sheet tantrum with you guys. I looked at my phone. Villa 2-0 up. Grand, put my phone in my pocket. Came back outside again then. It just happened to get reception in the back arse end of nowhere in Kilkenny. Looked at my phone and Brentford were 3-2 up. And then Ollie Watkins scored late on as well to bring it back to 3-all. So weird things happen in this fixture, and we don't need to have weirder things happening, than we already do and we have already had. Without those two guys, Asensio, who scored a lot of our goals recently, and Emi Martinez in the team, that's a weird thing that's already happened to Aston Villa before this game. So I'm hoping that's our weirdness out of the way. The team just go out there, they concentrate on what they're supposed to do. They go out and they play to win, and they do get the 3 points there. That's what I'm hoping, because we need to start improving our away form. We need to start improving our after Champions League hangover that we have. And look, it's shit or get off the pot at this stage, because we need to start leapfrogging teams with the fact that we've got a game played extra than a lot of the teams above us. We need to start leapfrogging them to have the points in hand, as opposed to be hoping we get results from other teams as well. Because as we saw last year, we had the points in hand and other teams were hoping we would drop them, and they weren't able to capitalize them when we did. So we need to do the absolute opposite this year if we are to get back up the league again.
Yeah,
anybody want to pop in?
We need big games from the front four today. Every one of them needs to be on their game, and that includes the fella playing wide on the right. He can't tune out. He can't give up. He can't throw his hands in the air. We've got to go for this today, because we're only going to get a certain amount of chances, and when we get them, we're going to have to take them. This is going to be a tough one. I really believe, the manager knows what he's doing, and he can get the best out of no matter who he puts on the pitch. But the eye test will tell you we defend a whole lot deeper with Olsen in the team. I've nothing to base that on, only my eyes watching them play. And we defend way too deep when he's there, because I believe the players have no faith in him. So we're going to have to hit them on the break. We're going to have to get those 4 players firing. And who knows, maybe an early goal will settle us down. And, we can defend for our lives for a change. But, look, trying to be as positive as I can. We're all a little bit deflated. He hasn't been the world's number one this year, obviously, but he does come up trumps when we need him, so we need him in there. We've got Asensio. We've all fallen in love with him, even though we shouldn't do. But he's not there. And then, I feel really bad for Malin. Now I know he's only coming back from illness, and that might have
I've seen that talk about on Twitter today as well, and I'm like, lads, the man's been sick for the last 10 days.
Yeah,
he's only back. I'm trying
to go through all angles here, and I'm just saying that because people are complaining in the comments, he has been sick, and I'm hoping that is a factor in why he's not starting, because obviously we don't have him during the week either. So look, it would have made sense to me to throw Garcia in there today with the fact that he can't play during the week either. So, I hope we can go and get something today, because I fear that today is the final hurdle. If we fall at this one, we can forget about anything near Champions League football next year, unless we win the thing. And I know you think we're going to win it, but I'm not as optimistic as you.
Yeah, and apparently I'm a bad guy as well for saying we're going to win. But look, guys, if you're new to the podcast, I always fucking predict us to win. So hey, I'm consistent. I might be consistent prick, but at least I'm a consistent. That's what I'll say. And I am going to go with Aston Villa 2-1, because I'm still kicking myself about the Bruges game when I said we're going to win 3-1 and the Bailey would score. And I didn't put any bet on it. And I would be a lot more wealthy man if I did. If I had put 50 quid on that, I think it would have came in at something like 12-1. So actually it would have been more. I think it was something like 15 or 20-1. So I'd be sitting here a lot wealthier and a lot happier than I normally am. So that's why I'm willing this 2-1 into existence with Jacob Ramsey to score. So hopefully that does come to fruition. Pop your scores in. Hopefully I'll be able to. What's happening with my comments here, guys, is I'm seeing them, but it's like as if it's all pixelated and I have no idea what the hell is going on. It's never happened to me before, but I'll see if I can decipher your. So that's why I'm looking at the comments and I'm going, I wonder if somebody giving out to me here for saying we're going to win. But anyway, Pop in your scores there, and we'll see if I can get through them, and if I can pop.
I'll start some of them there before I jump off, so you
there,
might
exactly.
be able to,
Yeah, start them there, so that I'll be able to find them, because it's very pixelated here, and I've no idea what the hell is going on. Yeah, people talking about am I right in saying that, Paddy? People talking about Asensio and McGinn were fighting in training.
I don't know what that's about.
Oh, where's that coming from? Yeah, but I know Sean Teal chinned a couple of players in his time back in the early 90s. I didn't do them any harm. So there we go. I'm gonna start at this one because it's the first one I can see. I think it's just right. It says
Neil. So I'll chat to all you guys soon, and hopefully we get 3 points today, because it is badly needed. Up the Villa.
Absolutely. Go ahead, enjoy yourself, Paddy. All the best. So just right says clean sheet 2-0 Villa. C-line I says 3-2. Actually, I can see them clearly when I'm reading them off the screen. 3-2 Villa. Malan to get his first goal and last minute winner. Best case scenario 3-3 says Nick. 0-0 says is it Green Bin Day? I love that name, because that's a question that we ask probably every single Thursday evening before Friday, where we have to put out the bins. Is it Green Bin today? Is it? So I got a nice laugh off that. By the way, if that's my other half, then that's a brilliant YouTube name that you've put in there. Setus then 1 says 2-1 to Villa. Dean is saying 3-1 to Villa as well. Audrey's gone 1-1. Emery Ball says Richard Edwards 2-0 with Watkins and Rashford off the bench. Yen Tunian says 4-3 Villa. Charlie says 1-1. Michael Richards is saying 4-2 Villa. That's Michael Richards again. Engine 9 is saying 4-2 Villa win. Matty Hawkins is saying 2-1. Andy is saying 2-0. Where are we? Ozgerm is saying 3-1 to Brentford. Garrett is saying 4-3 to Villa. Richard is saying 5-2. Carrie is saying 3-0 to Brentford. British Mick is an optimistic 2-2. Dream Villain's going with 3-2. Villa 3-1 win, says All Sports. Michael Huggins going for 2-0. Dan Downey saying a 1-all. Brendan Townsend saying a 1-0 Villa steal a win. Andy Hilly is saying 5-0 Brentford with an Olsen hat-trick. Paul is saying 3-2 with a late Ramsey winner. Lena Peterson is saying 3-2. 1-0 says Elizabeth. Techno says 3-3. All Sports again says 3-1. I think I read that one already. Kadu says 2-1. Jay Uso is saying 3-2. Great to have you, Jay. What time is it in your world at the moment? Must be what? 8:30 in the morning. Richie Ryan is saying 2-1 to Villa. Shooting Street is saying 2-1 Villa. 3-0 to Brentford, says Artemisia Piles. Bertie is saying 2-0. Neil, not me. ABC is saying 1-0 Villa. Flange is going 2-1 Villa. Spencer Bakewell's going 3-2 Villa. Manuel is going for 2-2, unfortunately. Jay Uso is there again. Where else are we? Dave Dwyer is saying 2-2. And Bear in the Garden says 1-all, but not a clue in truth. Okay. Excellent stuff. Guys, I do apologize. It's very grainy, whatever it is, whenever I put stuff up on the screen. StreamYard, I have made changes. It's a beta version I'm running at the moment, so I'm thinking that's what the issue is here. So apologies for my if I got any of those incorrect. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Thanks a million to everybody for watching. There's been nearly 1,200 people here and watching at one stage. So I really, really appreciate it. If you guys do like what you see here, or if you guys are interested, if you guys watch and you haven't clicked on the thumbs up button or clicked on the subscribe button, it costs you nothing to subscribe, helps us grow on the algorithms. And we will be back directly after the game, right on the final whistle for a reaction. Come what may. And hopefully we'll be talking about an Aston Villa win, because while Paddy's going for a few points now, I'm going for a few points directly after the game. So I don't want to be going for a few points in a bad mood. So hopefully Aston Villa put me in a good mood. And we will see you again at roughly about 7:20 to break it all down. 7:25 to break it all down. Hopefully talking about an Aston Villa win. In the meantime, everyone, stay safe, stay healthy. And all that's left to say is up.